When it comes to the world of Super Bowl commercials, there is no lack of examples of brands and companies testing boundaries to become the most desirable spot for consumer attention among advertisers. And while some of these ads have been banned, and in some cases controversial for a number of reasons, they have become iconic and have created shared experiences for decades. However, one of the biggest fast food chains that was known for running against the Super Bowl sensibilities was none other than Carl's Jr.
I got a fever and inflammation, that's what I got.
Believe it or not, you might remember a time when Carl's Jr.'s commercials would feature women in sexy revealing outfits, usually aimed towards young male audiences. And while over time these ads got criticized for being sexist and objectifying women, the ads were also very, well, how else can I put it?
Really, the only word for it is...
But over the past couple of years, Carl's Jr. moved away from this marketing approach and instead focused more on their quality and value of their food to appeal more to a diverse audience. But in early 2025, Carl's Jr. would return to his roots and bring back their iconic Bikini Super Bowl commercials after an 8-year decline. And this move will be the latest trend where companies are ditching their woke positions and policies following Trump's election win, as the new campaign is intended to evoke nostalgia for its predecessors while targeting a core audience of Gen Z consumers. So without further ado, why don't we take a look at what made Carl's Jr.'s sexualized marketing strategy so successful and what ended up changing along the way. Now, although Carl's Jr. didn't launch their bikini-clad ad campaign until primarily the mid-2000s, Carl's Jr. had been using attractive women in their ads as far back as the 90s with their Things Can Get a Little Dirty campaign, which featured a suggestive style that is similar to their brand's later, more sexualized campaigns. As one of the more specific examples was seen in a 1998 commercial, which features a man and an attractive young woman in a laundromat who get turned on by their messy food, which leads to them both getting undressed. And as we can see, Carl's Jr. has never been afraid of offending viewers outside of his target demographic.
When you eat a big, juicy Carl's Jr. superstar, remember, things can get a little dirty. If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face.
These commercials were early examples will begin to set the stage for Carl's Jr. to market their food in their later commercials, which started getting more explicit towards the millennium. So in 2005, Carl's Jr. would first feature Paris Hilton to promote their spicy barbecue burger, as they wanted to appeal their target audience of hungry young men. And while the ad was supposed to air during the Super Bowl, it seemed like Paris Hilton watching her Bentley clad in a swimsuit while taking a bite out of the burger was too much for the censors, and some even considered it a bizarre nod to her image as well.
I love Paris in the summer when it's sizzling. I love Paris every moment.
And while this strategy was highly controversial and even caused Carl's Jr.'s website to crash, it would prove to become very popular as the fast food chain started to feature more multi-talented women that were known for something other than their bodies to star in their commercials. So in 2009, Kim Kardashian would become one of the next stars for one of Carl's Jr.'s commercials, but instead of promoting a burger, Kim is shown promoting their new line of grilled chicken salad. And as you can see, she pretty much bared it all in for the ad, as she even goes as far as taking it in the bathtub for the ad.
And while the best things in life are messy, it's fun to get clean.
Who said salads can't be hot? The new cranberry apple walnut grilled chicken salad, one of 3 new premium salads at Carl's Jr.
However, according to the Carl's Jr. CEO, Andy Puster, the reason Kim didn't promote a burger in their ad was because she wasn't good at eating the burger. She's too tiny, she's really little. So instead they went with the salad that they were promoting and revealed that if we had not been promoting the salad, we probably would have never done an ad with Kim. However, Kim's campaign later disputed these claims and claimed that the reason a salad was specifically chosen for the ad was because Kardashian had a fitness DVD out at the time and she wanted something that would fit her brand.
Who said salads can't be hot is the perfect tagline for these salads. Salads are sexy. You want to look your best. And so when you're eating something that tastes good, that you know is good for you, that's sexy. That's hot.
And in 2012, Carl's Jr. would then feature Kate Upton, who was featured in a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue in 2012, 2013, and again in 2017. Carl's Jr. was promoting the new Southwest Patty Melt burger at the time, which featured Kate Upton in a retro-style commercial at a drive-in theater. And as she pulls out a spicy burger loaded with jalapenos, she cools off by stripping down, which catches the attention of a guy sitting nearby with his date.
classic just got a whole lot hotter. The Southwest Patty Melt. New at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
This was one of the first Carl's Jr. commercials that I remember seeing on TV as a kid, as well as my introduction to the wonderful Kate Upton, and I sure never forgot how she was after seeing this. While it was originally set to air during the Super Bowl, the ad was deemed as being too racy for the event's broadcast. The commercial would still end up gaining her plenty of nationwide popularity, as she would go on to appear in movies such as The Tower Heist, The Three Stooges, and also in The Other Woman. As Carl's Jr. would continue to feature more Sports Illustrated swimsuit models such as Nina Agdale and Catherine Webb, Heidi Klum was the next big star to appear in a Carl's Jr. ad in 2013, as she was also featured on a 1998 issue of Sports Illustrated swimsuit and was the first woman model to become a Victoria's Secret angel. The ad itself was a spoof of the famous scene from the 1967 film The Graduate, where the scene is recreated with Heidi Klum playing the role of Mrs. Robinson, attempting to seduce a younger man with the new Jim Beam Bourbon burger, in a very sensational way.
Look, I should be going.
Sit down, Benjamin.
Okay.
With the taste of bourbon,
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
it'll make a man out of you.
Aren't you?
The Jim Beam Bourbon Burger. New at Carl's Jr.
This was another Carl's Jr. ad that I remember seeing on TV when it first aired, and by watching the behind the scenes for this commercial, it possibly might even make you want to check out The Graduate. And as an occasional actress herself, she's also had guest appearances in TV shows like Desperate Housewives, How I Met Your Mother, and would even have a cameo on an episode of Malcolm in the Middle. Then in 2014, Carl's Jr. would then feature another Sports Illustrated swimsuit model named Hannah Ferguson, promoting their new Texas barbecue Thickburger. The ad begins where she is seen in a tiny black bikini, washing a filthy truck while clearly showing off her cleavage and fine body. While she takes a break to take a bite out of the new Texas barbecue Thickburger, she rolls around on the top soaking wet, where she's then joined by a special guest.
You missed a spot.
Everyone wants a taste of Texas. Introducing the Texas Barbecue Thickburger. New at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
And while that, however, still aired in the US, it was banned in New Zealand, as it was deemed as being too raunchy for using sex appeal to sell an unrelated product. But then, in 2015, Carl's Jr. would then feature Charlotte McKinney to star in their ad for their new all-natural burger, and they kept it real and raw for this one. The ad was designed to be suggestive by showing off Charlotte's all-natural body, leaning heavily on a woman's sexual appeal to grab attention. As she walks through a farmer's market, her eyes are covered by various objects before it's revealed that she's in a swimsuit while taking a bite of the all-natural burger.
Nothing between me and my 100% all-natural, juicy, grass-fed beef.
Introducing the all-natural burger, the first ever in fast food, with no antibiotics, no added hormones, and no steroids. Only at Carl's Jr.
Out of all the commercials, this one was definitely my most favorite one, and this commercial definitely gave the bombshell her big break, since according to her whole life, she's always been asked if her breasts were real. And let me just say, for a woman who's all natural,
She is.
but much like Kate Upton's ad, while it did generate massive buzz and millions of views online, it did become controversial for featuring the bombshell barely clothed. But Carl's Jr. would still star Charlotte in another ad later that year to promote Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Nice package.
Thanks. Oh.
And aside from starring in those Carl's Jr. commercials, she would also go on to be featured on Dancing with the Stars, and would also have a small role in Joe Dirt 2.
Hey, little logger boy. Sexy Joe.
Later that same year, Carl's Jr. would then feature a sexy Victoria's Secret angel, Sara Sampaio, a beautiful portrait model who was also the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Rookie of the Year in 2014. The sexy brunette will showcase her figure in a tiny red bikini in a too-hot-to-handle commercial for the chain's new El Diablo Thickburger. In the ad, as Sara walks on the carpets of Newport Ice Hotel with the new Diablo Thickburger in her hand, things start to really heat up. As she seductively devours the rest of the Thickburger, the entire Ice Hotel melts around her as she strips away her fur coat.
The Thickburger El Diablo gets hotter with every bite. Introducing the Thickburger El Diablo. It's the hottest burger in fast food, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
While many people did find his ad to have a substantial level of sexual appeal, it didn't meet the threshold to be considered offensive to the community standards. However, this will be one of the last of Carl's Jr.'s bikini-clad ads, as they would announce in 2017 that they will be moving away from their bikini and burgers ad campaign. They even poked fun at the change in a commercial, with Hardee Sr. swooping in to save the company from his son, Carl Jr.
You know, when I started this company, it was about one thing: pioneering a new way to food. And then I passed it to the boy. He sowed his wild oats as a young man is wont to do, and well, he got a little distracted.
Yeah, things got real weird.
And while this strategy had some success, the reason Carl Jr. wanted to change their approach was because they believed that while the strategy was attention grabbing, it was taking away the focus from the quality and value of their food, as young consumers were being more concerned with the quality and sourcing of the food rather than just the sex appeal of the ads. Now fast forward to 2025, and after 8 years, Carl Jr. decided to return to their own marketing tactics by featuring a young social media influencer named Alix Earle to promote their new Hangover burger designed to help football fans recover after the Super Bowl.
The Carl's Jr. Hangover Burger. Egg, double bacon, yeah, you need that double bacon. Charbroiled beef, hash browns, cheese, and sauce. Just the way I like it. And guess what? It's free the day after the big game. You just have to download the Carl's Jr. app and sign up for my rewards. So get your free Hangover Burger on Monday, February 10th. He'll definitely need one.
Now when I first saw this commercial, it instantly made me feel nostalgic for the old Carl's Jr. ads, just with a more modern approach, as it felt like it took us back to a simpler time in advertising. But I also did see this commercial getting a lot of hate, with some criticizing it as being objectifying and sending us back in time. But however, that didn't seem to be a concern for Carl's Jr., as they would feature Alix Earle again in another commercial for their new queso burger combo, featuring a cameo from another longtime special guest.
Hey, I'm getting pretty hungry. Queso? Queso? Yes, queso. Crunchy tortilla strips, creamy queso on a charbroiled burger.
Okay, so that's hot.
Try the new Queso Crunch Burger for a limited time, only at Carl's Jr.
So whether Carl's Jr. is starting this trend of return to their old marketing tactics, or just to cause some controversy, I feel like this should influence more companies to start embracing their past and start taking risks again. Because I think what Carl's Jr. is trying to do is they're trying to market to a certain demographic. Because while McDonald's has always been more of a fast food brand that's marketed towards families and kids, particularly through their Happy Meals, Carl's Jr. has always been a brand that caters more to an adult male audience. And sure, while some might argue that Carl's Jr. leans heavily into shock value and controversy rather than substance or genuine product appeal, Carl's Jr. isn't afraid of the controversy, and I think they know what attracts young male consumers. And I mean, sure, if you're ever sitting in front of the TV and an ad comes on that you don't like, well, all it just takes is one click.
Do me a solid and change the channel.
Do me a solid and pass the remote so I don't have to get so close to the commercial.
So whether you love or hate their commercials, at the end of the day, Carl's Jr. knows how to make some of the best commercials with hot women to sell their products. Because even if they don't necessarily make you want to go out and buy their burgers, one thing's for sure, Carl's Jr. knows how to get people talking. And in the world of advertising, that's really what matters.
From the deep sea, not the deep fryer.